5 Insults Towards a Kutumbini by Krishna's Mercy. Yadi shaknoshi gachatvam ati chanchal cheshtit, itya uktva cha nijam karma sa chakara kutumbini. Quote, O naughty child, now try going from here if you can. Having spoken thus, she returned to her household duties. Vishnu Purana 5.6.15. 1. Barefoot and pregnant.
If you ask me, that is when they are at their best. Nature intended it that way. Keep them with a child on the way and comfortable within the home. Otherwise, they only cause trouble. They are always envious of someone. Something a person said, a party they didn't get invited to, not enough people attending their birthday party. Better to keep them occupied.
2. Get back in the kitchen.
Seriously, why is the sink full of dishes? It has been like that for several days. Men should never step foot in the kitchen. This is women's work. If she cannot handle something so basic, something so simple, then what good is she?
3. Where is my dinner?
I worked long and hard. I put up with enough at the office. At least when I arrive home, everything should be in order. What have you been doing all day? Did you spend too much time watching that nonsense they call daytime television? Dinner should be on the table by now. Who is looking after the children? This is all your responsibility.
4. You have no intelligence.
Yes, I do like this book I am reading. You want to read it after me? I would advise against that. The concepts are a little beyond your interest. The words would fly right over your head. Better stick to the carrot cake recipes, for now. I can give you a summary of the book later on if you like. I still doubt you would get anything from it.
5. Let a man take care of that.
Why are you even trying to do that? You will get hurt. I am here. I will take care of everything. Do not worry. That is why you keep me around, isn't it? Seriously, though, you were not built for this kind of work. Your place in somewhere else, if you know what I mean.
The above insults transition well to the discipline known as the science of self-realization. It is realizing the self, after all. To realize means to discern, to deliberate, to discover patterns, and to then adjust behavior accordingly. Those who are detached, who can perceive the temporary nature to situations, accumulations, relationships, and the like will be better equipped to succeed in realizing the self. Those who pay attention to the particulars of the body, who place greater emphasis on appearance and clothing, who hold on to insults for years and years, will have a difficult time extracting the material elements from the truth inside, which is the spirit soul. Mahi parth vyapashritya ye pisyuh pap yoneh striyo vaishyas tatha shudras te pi yanti param gatim. Quote, O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, as well as Shudraskad workers, can approach the supreme destination. Lord Krishna, Bhagavad-gita 9.32. The wise, the intelligent, the supposedly elevated circumstances of the male birth can be put to use in studying, in thinking of ways to remain in the transcendental consciousness, in considering the proper words to use in offering prayers, for instance. As described in Bhagavad-Purana, even the celestials are not above humbling themselves and welcoming the amazing appearance of the Almighty in the manifest realm. Quote, "Our dear Lord, you are appearing as the best of the Yadu dynasty, and we are offering our respectful, humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. Before this appearance, you also appeared as the fish incarnation, the horse incarnation, the tortoise incarnation, the swan incarnation, as King Ramachandra, as Parashurama, and as many other incarnations. Demigods praying to Krishna in the womb of Devaki, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Volume 1, Chapter 2. The men are thinking of different ways to say nice things about the Supreme Lord. They want to properly convey their affection, their appreciation, and their attachment. They want the object of their worship to recognize the significance of the relationship. A man might leave his family and home behind to focus on this goal. In connecting with God, the person through the link in yoga. They might give up everything else in order to establish proper meditation, which is known as dhyan in Sanskrit. Meanwhile, someone like Yashoda has a different approach. She often uses the Sanskrit word tivam. She commands directly. She refers to the object of worship as you, and then taunts that person to try to move. This is after she ties him to a mortar. The ropes of punishment are actually ropes of love. The mother is the embodiment of Kutumbini, which is like the female leading the household. Sure, she has work to take care of. She manages all aspects of the household. She pays attention to the children, but also to how those children will eat. She sometimes has to prioritize. She must pick and choose which matter has utmost urgency. One time, Yashoda decides to leave young Krishna behind in order to take care of the stove in the kitchen. That brief moment of supposed neglect is enough to trigger a tantrum. Krishna decides to break a pot of yogurt in anger. Yashoda chases after him. Yashoda catches him. Yashoda tries to bind him to a mortar. Interestingly, the ropes are never long enough, no matter how many she gathers. She finally succeeds, after working up a sweat in trying. It is almost like the child finally sanctions her desire. She then rhetorically asks him to try to move. How will he cause trouble now that he is tied to a mortar? All things considered, can anyone be more dear to the Supreme Lord than that Kutumbini? In closing, from Kutumbini word to know, might consider lesser and low. The household keeping clean, busy in the kitchen scene. But in Gokula just see, how blessed Yashoda to be. When her child with tears to find, then with ropes of love to bind.